And that brings Pete Murray's Open House to a close, produced by Angela Bond and Mike Ellery, with studio production by Sandra Black and Colin Martin. And may I just thank our guests who were on the show today, Barbara Murray and Wolf Mankiewicz, and also our two contestants. Yes, I think were they both winners? No, one of them was a winner. Reg Dean, unfortunately, in his shop in Bletchley, Milton Keynes, was a loser, but Betty Blackmore in Latimer Close, Braybrook near Market Harbour, was a winner. Congratulations to you, Betty. And hard lines, Reg. We're calling another carry-on singing contestant, in fact, two of them, tomorrow afternoon. And we'll also be talking to James Ellis and Douglas Fielding. We also hope to have a big Hollywood star with us tomorrow afternoon, but all that's in abeyance at the moment. We're only on the air until 5 to 2 tomorrow afternoon because David Hamilton will be getting out his top hat and tails once again and appearing at Ascot. That's right, isn't it, David?
Yes, I thought for one moment I was your big Hollywood star.
Well, you are. As far as I'm concerned, you are the star.
A star is born. How are things in Wimbledon, by the way?
Well, it's all perking up a bit, you know, because I live very near the tennis courts. We live very near the tennis courts.
Yes.
And you know, all the marquees are being put up. It looks marvellous. Now, there's only one problem as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
No tickets.
Really?
Yeah, it's very frustrating, actually, living next door to Wimbledon and not being able to get in. But yes. I'm hoping that, I think we've got some for next week sometime. But anyway, we're not overloaded with them at the moment.
You make a few bob out of it, don't you? I mean, I heard you...
Beg your pardon?
Don't you let out your back garden for car parking or something?
You're right about that. How did you know about that? Who told you
have to supplement your wages somehow, don't you?
Supplement? What wages?
David Hamilton.
Now, you're a professional. I'm still an amateur. You've got to remember that.
Well, good luck with the car park.
I like
anyway,
this. What's this? What's this?
This is David Soul.
Oh, yeah.
We asked him the other day, actually, how he felt about all this sport, you know, the tennis and all the horse racing we have this afternoon. And he said...
Oh. It brings a cold shiver inside each time I see him look...
Black with studio production by Peter Chiswell. On the show today, we had 86-year-old Daisy Gregg talking about her autobiography called Daisy, and 13 going on 14, Bonnie Langford. I don't know how old our contestants were. Barbara Cave of Oakham Rutland was our first one, and Mrs. Barbara Hobin of Upperfield Drive, Felixstowe in Suffolk, was the winning contestant. Congratulations once again to you, Barbara. And tomorrow, in the first part of the show, we'll be talking to Tatum O'Neill, and we'll also be calling two carry-on singing contestants with that new verse to a well-known song. I think it's a lot easier than the last one, too. This is Pete Murray signing off by wishing you all, wherever you may be, a very happy and peaceful day. May it be peaceful, I only hope so. In the meantime, stand by for the one and only Little Diddy David Hamilton. How are you, David?
I'm very well indeed. I did enjoy listening to you speaking to Bonnie Langford there.
You did?
Yes, I did. And I must say, having heard her, I'm looking forward to being 16 as well.
Yes, it will be. That'll be a lovely time for us because we're going to have a very special celebration.
Are we?
Yes, we are indeed.
What are we going to do?
We're going to have your 16th birthday and 40 candles on the cake. Never mind about that.
Terrific. Yeah. Well, in the meantime, I shall just continue being the oldest teenager in the business.
You will indeed.
Now that Alan Freeman's going.
And what was his name again?
Oh. David Hamilton.
That's right.
Thank you, Pete Murray.
Good show to you.
A hard act to follow.
All right.
Never mind, we'll have a go. Here's Seals and Crofts. You're the love.
Woo! Woo!
The love you came to my...
And that brings Pete Murray's Open House to a close, produced by Angela Bond and Sandra Black, with studio production by Peter Chiswell. On the show today, we had as our guests Brown Forbes and Lionel Blair. Tomorrow... be a laugh a line because Harry Seacombe is our first guest, and popping in just after 2 o'clock, Kendall MacDonald. We had two carry-on singing contestants today, Molly Barnes of Haslingden, Rossendale in Lancashire, regrettably not a winner, but she left the winning to Joan Brind of Hockley in Essex. Thank you, ladies, for taking part. We'll be calling two more contestants tomorrow as well, of course, as well as meeting Harry Seacombe and Kendall MacDonald, I mean. Well, in the meantime, what more can I say than this is Pete Murray wishing you all, wherever you may be, a very happy and peaceful day. And calling in now, Mr. David Hamilton.
Hello, dear.
Hello, David.
Hello, how are you? Is it true
Pardon?
Is it true you're hanging up your tap shoes soon, or not?
Oh, no, I should never hang up my tap shoes. I've still got my hard socks.
Oh,
but, David,
you're going to carry
I'm
on
going to sing
tapping.
a little song for you now.
Yes, I can guess what it is, too.
In Dublin's fair city, the girls are so pretty.
True.
I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone.
Tell me more.
Oh, you naughty boy now!
Well, you
what
see.
have you been up to on all the papers today? With a nice Irish
gone
collie? Imogene!
Yes.
Oh, gosh, what are you doing now? And we were taught you were working over there now.
A man's got to do what he's got to do.
He's got to do what... Do you want to make a statement now, publicly? No. You're not going to say anything?
No. Pete, I'd just like to say this.
What's that?
Freedom come, freedom go.
Ho!
Yes, and then you tell me no.
She's got you.
Freedom never stay long.
Ta-da.
Ta-ra!
Freedom moving along.
A studio production by Peter Chiswell. We'd like to thank our two carry-on singing contestants, Johnny Middleton of Wigton in Cumbria and Wyn Gibson of Doncaster in South Yorkshire. Neither of them right, but maybe we'll have a winner tomorrow, who knows. The guests on the show today were Marcel Marceau and Judy Kahn. Tomorrow I'll be talking to Brian Prothero and Anita Harris. We hope you'll join us because we'd be lost without you, let's face it. This is Pete Murray signing off by wishing you all a very happy and peaceful day and wishing you everything you'd wish yourselves. Thank you for joining us on the show today, and of course, stay tuned because coming up now is the little man himself, David Hamilton.
Yes, and I was with a friend of yours yesterday.
You mean I've got a friend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who was that?
He asked me to send you his regards, the doctor.
The doctor?
Yes.
Oh, I must call the doctor. I
Well,
forgot.
he said you were due for a consultation.
I must indeed, yes.
And he said, could you bring a couple of friends? I don't know what he's on about.
I know what he means. Yeah. Here he goes again.
David Hamilton.
Bye, Dave.
Call the doctor, won't you, Pete?
Oh, anytime you
Love
like.
to hear from you.
All the best.
I think you're due for a medical, actually. Tell me you failed the last one.
99.
Yeah, keep counting. Thank you to Pete. Welcome along to the Tuesday show. We start today with the sound of Gallagher and Lyle.
Inside, outside.
Pete Murray's Open House to a Close, produced by Angela Bond and Sandra Black, with studio production by Peter Chiswell. Brian Prothero and Anita Harris were our guests, and we had two carry-on singing contestants, Helen Holland of Bournemouth and Mrs. Carol Caudry of Barnoldswick, Colne in Lancashire. And she was a winner. She guessed the right song, The Nearness of You. Thank you very much indeed, Carol. We'll be calling two more contestants tomorrow and also talking to Barry Norman and the American Broadway star James Earl Jones. In the meantime, we have that well-known star of radio and television, Mr. David Hamilton.
Yes, and I have a fan letter addressed to... Well, it's about you.
Oh, it is?
Would you like to hear it? About
Yeah.
you. It's from Joyce Pritchard.
Oh,
Couldn't be any relation, I suppose.
couldn't be any relation to our agent.
No.
No,
Anyway,
it's a relation of our agent.
I don't think he's got any. That's what I want to talk to you about.
Yeah.
Anyway, from Brockhurst, Gosport in Hampshire. Now, this is what Joyce says. She said, the first time I ever saw Pete Murray, it was in a film in which he played a young RAF pilot.
Ah.
It was very romantic, and I still think of that film whenever I see Pete on TV. By the way, when it came out, I was a kid.
That's all I need.
There's always a backhanded compliment there
Yes,
somewhere,
I
isn't
know.
there?
Well, I saw you in the short trousers, so forget it.
Well, you haven't got many pleasures left, have you? You might well enjoy them.
That wasn't one of them. I wanted to tell you.
Excuse me, I'm going to have a quick jingle now.
Oh. He's always doing that fellow called.
David Hamilton.
Bye.
Nice bit of timing there, Pete.
Oh,
I'll see if I can get this one right.
Right.
In the summer of 1967, the sound of the Turtles.
Oh!
Let you run away.
Open House to a Close for today, produced by Angela Bond and Sandra Black, with studio production by Peter Chiswell. Thanks to our guests who appeared on the show today, Barry Norman and James Earl Jones. And tomorrow we'll be talking to Godfrey Talbot and Tony Brandon, who's taking over the presentation of the early show from next Monday. That means he's got to get up very early in the morning, every morning. Tony's our second guest. I'd also like to thank the two carry-on singing contestants, Mrs. Jean Seaton of Huntingdon, near Cannock in Staffordshire, and Stephanie Pierce, known to her friends as Stephanie, of Walton-on-Thames in Surrey. Thank you both very much indeed. This is Pete Murray wishing you all, wherever you may be, a very happy and peaceful day. And that goes for you too, David.
Thank you very much indeed. I'm just sort of getting into the mood for the programme. I don't know whether you know this, but...
How do you get into this?
Well, every afternoon, round about 2:30, I go into a trance.
I've noticed that.
I come out of it round about 4:30.
Oh, you are getting rid of me quickly. What
Well,
happened to your signature tune?
The thing is that I must have a quick burst on my banjo before I start. So
Oh, it's nothing
excuse
like
me.
it. Oh, yes.
All right.
What a burster this man is!
Oh, by Jove, I needed that.
Oh, you've got it out of your system now.
Ray Stevens.
Right.
Look at me.
And the programme, Pete Murray's Open House, produced by Angela Bond and Sandra Black. Thank you very much indeed, ladies. On the show today, we had, of course, Godfrey Talbot and Tony Brandon as our guests, and Betty Ashurst of Bushey in Hertfordshire, and Myrtle Polly of Braintree, Essex, as our carry-on singing contestants. Tony Adams from General Hospital is our first guest next week, and we'll also be talking to Kenneth Davis, who is a master craftsman in restoring furniture, and old disc jockeys as well, we can only hope. And talking of old disc jockeys, is the man who's
boy.
young at heart, all along the line, David Hamilton. David, there's Tony with me here still. Apparently,
Yes.
I've said goodbye to him, but you might as well say hello to him.
Hello, Tony, how are you?
Hello, Diddy David.
Welcome home, welcome. Hey, listen, do we get the plugs in for the weekend or not?
Yes, what are you doing this
Right,
weekend?
well, Worthing tonight, sir.
Worthington night time?
Yes, and...
Sounds like a drink.
Bristol tomorrow morning. Bristol City Football Club.
Oh, I
Okay.
can't think of anybody better to go to Bristol than him. Can you, Tony?
Well,
no.
as a matter of fact, I'm very fond of the Bristol area.
Well, we've heard about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Anything else?
Tony's done some of his best work there, I do
Yeah,
believe.
we has indeed, yeah.
Yes.
What are you doing? Don't tell me you're not working on Sunday.
No.
Oh, a bad day. A
Got
very
the day
bad
off.
weekend
I don't know
for
what
you.
went wrong there, but I have the day. What about you? What
Nothing.
are you up to?
I'm doing absolutely nothing.
Nada.
Nada.
What's your word for it? You got a word.
Garnished.
Garnished. I think you're overdoing it a bit, actually.
Am I?
Go and have a lie down
I will.
and a quick rub down with the Radio Times.
Well, I'll ask Tony to do that for me.
All right. Does Tony want to say anything else or not?
Well, just to say, David, nice to talk to you see. And before I say bye for now, I shall be
Yes?
on the wireless at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning or 5 a.m. Monday.
Well, I'll hear you down in Bristol then. I'll have a quick earwig there tomorrow morning.
All right, mate, you're on.
Do I sound a bit strange today?
You do a bit strange, but then that's...
Nothing unusual.
No, quite.
No.
No.
I don't think I'm quite myself today. At the moment.
Whoa, you're not feeling yourself? Are you not feeling yourself today, then?
Yeah, that.
There is...
David Hamilton.
I think I've gone a bit Mutt and Jeff all of a sudden. Have they gone? Thank goodness for that. Thank you, the dynamic duo. Batman and Boy Wonder. I don't know which is which, but... Welcome to the show, here's Oliver. We're all Olivered.